Guys, so we're back again. This is just a practice stream.
Chili Bowl is
I'm going to
menace,
just adjust the camera a little. I'm going to do this one in a practice session because practice sessions I haven't been having any issues with. It's only when I've been going into a full-on race session that I've had issues.
Get a bit of a better flick in.
As you can see, we had an issue straight away. As soon as I pulled out of the box there. So we're going to try a different series. I'm going to try a different series. Where is it? The fixed one. Oh, it doesn't really matter.
doing lots of 360 wheelers.
We'll do the fixed one. No, we'll do the. We'll go back in the Mazda.
Maybe
But
Chili Bowl was
we're going
the best
to do
choose to
a
drive these
practice
fuckers for the
session.
first time.
I'm on Volusia right now.
We'll do a practice session. We'll do a number of practice sessions if it works okay.
Oh, Dooley.
Because I'm pretty sure last break I was in a practice session with Tim and Jesse.
Yeah, once I learn how to set these things up, I think
Streaming.
it'll be
I
fucking sweet.
think I was streaming. I'd have to check. But yeah, we
How pointy, but
want to do it in this
Yeah,
one
that's
because
what
this
I'm
is
saying.
me
Like,
on
I've
my
just
own.
taken some toe off the car,
Do a couple of laps.
so I got a bit more straight line stability.
Then we'll jump in another series and see if there's a few more people in it. And we'll do... So I've done a restart of the computer.
Yeah, so I've just taken some
And,
toe off the car for
now-
a bit more straight line.
I'm
Yep.
going to
But I'm not
see
even
if
C
there's
class yet.
any
to be honest.
dramas.
no, I'm hearing you. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll share my screen to have a go at this fucking Chili Bowl shit.
Yeah, go on.
We'll do this, then I think I'll go and have an early dinner.
Yeah, see, these things don't love bank corners either.
It may be
What are you doing
that I
with it?
can't stream the race
Is it-
tonight. But what I can do
In test
is
drive.
save the replay
I've got to adjust my FOV, eh?
and post the video
Yeah,
Later.
Chili Bowl slicks up real super quick, so...
tomorrow. Sort of back to how I used to do it. Which is not
360
really
really
ideal because
Oh yeah,
You
these
know.
things move, man.
I want to be able to
I'm
bring
back.
you guys content live as it happens. But for the time being, it may be what I have to do
I'm going to have an early one,
if
mate.
it is OBS.
You're all good, man. Well, yeah.
Because I completely screwed that up.
Yeah, good luck. I'll get up and get set.
Hey Brian, how you going, mate?
I had to person that, so I'll be on about half an hour before
I
a little warm up.
I'm still having issues,
See
Brian.
you then,
Still having
brother.
issues.
Well, have a good
Um,
luck, and good luck for tomorrow.
On
Yeah,
Wednesday,
that's
I did a factory
Thanks.
reset on the
I'm gonna
computer, and I had no dramas with it afterwards.
Hey, bro.
For
Yep.
Bring this in. I'm not sure if you want to check
wow.
the wear on the tyre.
for the rest of that day,
Inch tyre.
thanks. Would have been sicker if I'd stuck it, but I did not. So yeah, so I did the factory reset. I did some races
How
all
long's
day
the
Thursday.
tyre? Is it
And
like a
I had
GT3?
no issues,
The
ran
tyre
smooth
covered with
as,
fuel?
streamed, all of
I
that.
have no idea.
Then
Drive it.
Friday morning,
Slippery
I
shit.
streamed the
I could
Pony
imagine on
Express
cold
race. I was in the Pony Express race with you. I was at the back, but I was in there.
Well, I haven't turned
Um,
the light to this and that, so
And
that's fun.
after I finished the race
I'm
and we
breaking
exited
200
out of the
markers.
session and we're back at the sort of like the start menu where you
Yeah,
get
you
to
also
select
fucking
your
drive
races
the wrong races
or
on
select
the
your
bus.
series, the screens went black
That one's
or
better.
blank, whatever you want to call it.
There's too much water on the inside.
And it did
And then
that.
there's water on the outside.
It did that
But I can
then.
barely see the waters. It's shit.
I restarted
You
the
know what
computer,
speed is up?
reinstalled the drivers for the GPU, and it was good for about
It's not-
4
It's not
hours.
super high.
And then, same deal. It
Be
did
like
it again,
devils
just
bottom.
randomly did it again at the end of a
I'm
race.
normally at the bottom, so
Yeah,
if
at the
I'm
end of a
above
race,
that,
and I was still streaming
above
at
my
that
pay
point.
grade.
The previous, at the Pony Express race, I had stopped streaming when it happened, but it happened while I was streaming the second time, and I had to just end it where it was. And the only way to do that was to press the power button on the tower and wait for a few seconds for it to shut down.
And we pay Syndicate, Saunders Brothers.
No, mate, no, you were all good.
Number.
So I took it in I took it in yesterday to the guy that built it, and while I was talking to him about it, I remembered that the fans had immediately gone to max RPM, like absolutely, they were screaming, and I was like, that was odd. So I told him about it, and he reckoned it was a RAM issue. So he had it for 4 hours, pulled everything apart, well, you know, unplugged everything, checked for debris, plugged everything back in, blah blah blah. So 4 hours, he reinstalled all the drivers and I got it back. It was all good. Then just before I was due to do the
That's what I did
pilot
with my
challenge
NASCAR.
race at 12 o'clock midday,
Then that way,
15 minutes beforehand, what do you know? Froze up again.
What does your safety rating have to get to?
Yeah, righto.
So you get
So if you get
What motherboard? What chip are you using? Are you using an Intel chip or are you using an AMD one?
So if you get it to 3,
Because I know Travis has been having major dramas with the PC that he had
you'll get a promotion.
or that he built.
Yep.
If you get to 4, you get a fast track promotion.
Mid-season, yeah.
But it's hard in the dirt oval shit because we don't get much safety rating.
It was a little low amount of corners, I think it is.
Yeah.
So this stream is to
Which is
see,
why I don't
because in
understand how the
practice,
safety rating system works
yeah. So you've got
efficiently because
a
if you do
AMD system as
same
well.
Monza, like I haven't been getting.
So I've got the 9800 X3D, the latest chip. I don't believe it's a CPU issue.
What it goes by,
I'm
it's
leaning
really
more
stupid,
towards
but the system
motherboard or
apparently
GPU.
will count like your last 100 races. So if you've done whatever, it might be more than that, might be 500 races, right? And then it sort of keeps refreshing over that. So if, when you do your race, your next race, if the race you did previously, like
Yeah,
500
righto.
sessions ago, 100 sessions ago, whatever it was,
Yeah, bad RAM, eh? So what was yours doing, Brian? Was it freezing in the middle of a race, like just freezing in spots, say like where I am here, just freeze, and then start from exactly that same spot again, and carry on like nothing happened, except that you'd lost half a dozen spots or so? So they replaced the RAM then.
Slow down. You got a penalty? We're cutting the cord.
Because my guy keeps telling, when it first started happening, he just kept blaming internet. Oh, it's the internet. It's the internet. Because I was having, so on the system monitoring up there, it was the CPU was maxing out. Sorry, the internet quality was in the red and had skew for days. And then when it come back, the CPU would max out, but then it would go back to normal. Were you getting a similar issue with your PC when I don't know if you run the there you go. Righto, so see that? That's what it's doing. I don't know if you can still hear me, but watch what happens when it comes back. See, did you see the freeze there? Look at the internet quality and look at the CPU. Yeah, but do you notice? Yeah, you saw it. So that's going to freeze again. Yeah, and it just keeps doing it. Righto. So yeah, that's what it's doing. So I was driving with Tim for a few hours. I'll show you which. So I did that race, the Advanced Mazda. I did one of those straight afterwards. I had a freezing issue straight away. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But he's yeah, something is definitely wrong. And for whatever reason, given the fact that everything's under warranty, they're just trying to deny there's anything wrong with the components. But I'm gonna take it into them on Monday, and I'm gonna show them the video. Because he reckons if I timestamp it, he can go in there and see what's wrong at that second that it's playing up, and he can sort it out. So Monday morning, I'm taking it back in there. I'm going to play the video, and I'm going to say, righto, there it is. Because on my motherboard, I've got an X870 Elite motherboard. It has these two little, I don't know what you call them, but basically they display a code. At the moment it's saying 08. But depending on what issue the motherboard picks up from the components, it gives a different code. So it's not doing anything, but that's not to say that something's not going on in the background, and we need to find out what it is. So anyway, getting back to what I was saying with when I was just doing some practice and driving with Tim, I did the exactly, like I've got SimPro for my I've got SimPro going, I've got SimHub going. I'm not sure if I had iOverlay going. don't think I had iOverlay going, did I? SimHub, OBS, Discord, and SimPro. Those are the only ones that I had running. When I had Task Manager up and I was monitoring it through Task Manager, everything was running fine. Even when it was freezing, there were no spikes. There was fluctuations on the internet side of it, but everything else was running fine. Like even when you saw the CPU when it unfroze and you saw how maxed out the CPU was on Task Manager, it was only at like 43%. So yeah, I didn't think so. So while it was maxed out on iRacing, it wasn't. Task Manager, the process monitoring side of things was saying that it wasn't even running at 50%. So I don't know what the go is there, but there's definitely a problem, and I'm going to have to take it back into them on Monday and say, righto, you said you could tell what was going on, so start talking. Otherwise I want my frickin' money back. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but yeah. So the whole idea of this test was to see if it happened in practice, which it did, almost straight away. Now I'm going to end the stream, and I'm going to, yeah, so do I, mate. I'm going to end the stream now, and I'm going to do some more testing and see if it clears up. Because, like I said, once I stopped the stream, I immediately did another Advanced Mazda race. It froze once on the second lap. It froze once, and then no more freezing after that. The other interesting issue that pops up too is my RGBs flicker on and off. So my fans and the graphics card and the motherboard and everything, the RGBs flash on and off. Only flicker once at a time. Like, they don't start flashing constantly, but they'll just flash briefly, and then yeah, they carry on until the next time it flashes. But yeah, it's very weird. No worries, mate. Thank you for jumping into chat, and you can see the dramas that yeah. And Tim said the same thing. He thinks it's a motherboard issue as well. And I was in a Discord channel with a new league that I've joined, and they're all saying sort of the similar thing, that there's a hardware issue. So I just need to force them into telling the truth and actually, admitting what's going on. Because if I take it in there and they go, no, it's an internet issue, there's nothing wrong with the computer, I'm pretty much going to be stuck with it. I don't know what to do then. But yeah. Anyways, mate, have a good sleep. Thanks for dropping into chat, and I'll talk to you again soon. Yeah, righto. I don't know. If they won't come to the party and admit that there's an issue, the only other option I've got is to take it to another PC specialist and get him to have a look at it. I won't get him to open the case or anything like that. I'll just get him to plug it in and see if he can diagnose anything. And if he says, yep, there's a motherboard fault, then I'll be taking it back to him. And bearing in mind, this is the second PC that I've had built at this place, and we've been customers of Nick's ever since. I'll just say to Nick, look, I'm just going to post on Facebook that I'm having issues with my PC and you guys won't fix it. It's a hard... I've had another guy look at it, haven't had it apart, just plugged in and did an analysis, and he said there's a component issue. So you got two choices: you can either fix it, or I'll post on Facebook that I spent nearly $6,500, but you guys won't admit that there's an issue. So it's not what I want to do, but I'm going to be forced to do that if that's the case. So, anyways, have a good sleep, mate, and I'll chat to you later. Cheers, buddy. Bye. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.